Hit Baba Yaga with our 1. We're able to get the pick onto her with our ultimate. Sylvanas is here. He's our next target. We're going to use our 3, just continuously trying to get damage. Izanami is also here. We're going to hit them with our orange 1. That's Ratataska's dash. That's very aggressive by him. We're going to turn our attention to him. We use our blue ultimate, hit him with the 1. We're able to get the pick onto the Ratatasker. Now we're going to turn our attention to the Sylvanas. We are taking tower shots, but we're not that concerned. Knock him up. Keep weaving in basic attacks between abilities. We're going to dash to catch up to him. Use our ultimate, and we should be able to get the pick right here. Nice little soft triple kill. The mana is in soul lane, so that fight was in our favor.
Out of mana.
What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy SeanyB Gaming, and today we're going to be playing King Arthur in Soul Lane. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. If you are a returning viewer, King Arthur has always been pretty good in solo lane. He's very oppressive, but with Bluestone Pendant, he just feels really, really strong. There are a few counters to Bluestone Pendant, but King Arthur can just really roll through a lot of matchups. So let's go ahead and go through King Arthur's kit. Starting with King Arthur's passive, Steadfast. Each ability that damages an enemy god results in a stack of Steadfast, reducing the damage taken and increasing energy gain. Each time King Arthur uses an ability, he swaps between his standard and combo abilities. All abilities are an instant cast. Attack speed and item passives do not benefit his attacks. Attack speed increases his energy gain. He's going to gain 1.5 damage mitigation per stack. He's going to gain 20% bonus energy gain per stack. The duration for each stack is 15 seconds. He can stack up to 4 times, and the attack speed conversion is 33%. King Arthur's 1, Overhead Slash and Hamstring. King Arthur has 2 forms. He has his blue form, which is the standard form, and then he has his orange form, which is his combo form. In the blue form, King Arthur deals a devastating overhead blow in melee range that creates a slashing attack that travels forward. Enemies hit by the melee strike take bonus damage from this slicing attack. In his orange form, King Arthur swipes low, crippling and damaging enemies that are struck. The melee bonus damage is going to be 30% at level 1, 50% at level 5. The cripple duration in the orange form is 1.25 seconds, and he's going to gain 3 energy. King Arthur's 2, Battle Stomp and Uppercut. In his blue form, King Arthur stomps the ground with heavy force, causing enemies around him to take damage and become slowed. In his orange form, King Arthur charges forward, stopping on the first enemy god hit. At the end of the charge, King Arthur unleashes an uppercut, knocking all enemies into the air. The slow is going to be 20% at level 1, 40% at level 5. The slow duration is 2.5 seconds, and he's going to gain 4 energy. King Arthur's 3, Twin Cleave and Blade Storm. In his blue form, King Arthur unleashes 2 cleave attacks while charging forward. Enemies hit by a cleave take damage and have their protections reduced. In his orange form, King Arthur swings Excalibur around him, charging forward and damaging enemies 5 times before winding up for a final strike that deals more damage. King Arthur is immune to knockups during the duration. The protection shred in the blue form is going to be 7%. It can hit twice, so up to 14% protection reduction. And he's going to gain 1.5 energy. We are tussling with this mana. We still have King Arthur's ultimate to go over, but this is a pretty close fight. We're going to get our damage off. Try to get that final hit on our orange 3. Hit him with the blue 1. We have 58 health. We have 19 health. We are very weak. We do have a blink. We're going to blink in, use our orange 2, stomp, hit him with the 1, kind of peel, and then the Bluestone Pendant is able to get the pick with the help of the minions.
Thanks.
Now let's go over King Arthur's ultimate. And finally, King Arthur's ultimate, Sundering Strike and Excalibur's Wrath. At 35 energy, King Arthur winds up a massive jab, charging forward slightly before striking. Enemies hit by this jab are stunned for 1 second. At 80 energy, King Arthur charges forward with Excalibur drawn. If King Arthur hits an enemy god, he launches them into the air and unleashes a barrage of 6 attacks, after which he launches them back to the ground, dealing damage to the target and any enemies below. When he's in the air, he hits them 6 times. Each hit is going to deal 2% of the target's maximum HP. And then he's going to do a final hit that is going to do 5% at level 1 and 13% of their health at level 5. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1, we want to put a point into our 1, level 2, put a point into our 3, level 3, put a point into our 2, then we want to put another point into our 1 at level 4, point into our ultimate whenever we can. We want to max out our ultimate whenever we can, max out our 1, max out our 3, max out our 2. We left Fountain with Bluestone's Pendant, a health chalice, and 5 multi-potions. The multi-potions will stack with the health chalice, so we can kind of get a double heal, which apparently was very helpful because we were able to get the first blood on this Vamana. The first blood is going to provide us an additional 500 gold. For our boots, we went into Reinforced Grieves. The Reinforced Grieves are going to provide us 10 physical power, 150 health, 20 crowd control reduction, and 18% movement speed. Crowd control reduction, if we were stunned for 1 second and we have 20% crowd control reduction, we're only going to be stunned for 0.8 seconds. The boots have a passive that every time you are damaged by a god, you gain a stack that provides 3 physical and 3 magical protections. Stacks last up to 6 seconds and can stack up to 7 times. For our starter item, we went with the Bluestone Pendant. Bluestone Pendant is going to provide us 10 physical power, 20 HP 5, 10 MP 5. It has a passive that enemies hit by your damaging abilities take an additional 25 damage over 2 seconds, maximum of 2 stacks. This can be upgraded at level 20. King Arthur has 7 damaging abilities, so you can really stack Bluestone Pendant on the enemy. We secure the Totem of Ku. The Totem of Ku is going to provide everyone on our team a little bit of gold, and it's also going to provide everyone with some mana. It's kind of like popping a mana potion for everyone on your team.
They can't handle us.
We're going to go ahead and rotate back to our blue buff. The blue buff is going to provide us some mana. It's also going to provide us 10% cooldown reduction. With King Arthur, we want to weave in a basic attack every time we land an ability. This is going to increase our damage output. King Arthur's basic attacks cause him to lunge forward, so you can get closer to the enemy with your basic attacks. The blue 1 is going to make it to where your basic attacks deal more damage to the enemy. We're going to check the enemy blue buff. It's here, so we're going to start working on it. Vamana is also here. He's missing some minions challenging me at his blue buff. He's able to secure it, unfortunately. He just got back from lane and he's almost half health. We do have our ultimate, and our ultimate is fully charged. Vamana uses his ultimate. There's no real point in trying to fight a Vamana when he's ulting. He gains crazy amounts of MP 5. We're just going to clear the minions and then fall back.
I need the jungle buff.
So if Vamana is dashing and we hit him with our orange 1, we're going to cancel him out of his dash. We're going to cripple him, making him unable to use movement speed abilities or dashes. I guess if it's a movement speed buff, he can still do it. So the Scorpion right now, when it's in its 3-tick form, is providing a heal. I believe we secured that. Whenever you get the final 3 hits, it's going to provide some golden XP. Right now we're just trying to be super aggressive, continuously applying Bluestone Pendant stacks onto this Vamana. Apparently a Vamana dash is better than a King Arthur orange too. We dashed at him, but he canceled us out. We didn't knock him up. We're trying to let Arachne know that blue's about to be up and we could use a little help with it. We're landing abilities and we're getting basic attacks off in between. That's really increasing our clear time. The ideal combo for King Arthur is you want to start with your blue 3. That's going to cause you to dash and remove enemy protections. Then you're going to be in your orange form. You can either use your orange 2, your orange 3, or your orange 1, kind of depending on if they're trying to dash away. Then you can, if you use your orange 2, you're going to knock them up and line them up for your blue 1. The blue 1 is going to make it to where they take more basic attack damage. You're then going to switch back to orange form, where you can orange 1, then you can blue 2, and then you can orange 3. Vamana is able to secure his blue buff. He's getting pretty weak. We do have our blink and we do have our ultimate fully charged.
Uh-oh, teammate down. Gank left, gank left.
Release your negative energy.
We're going to dash through. Vamana uses his ultimate, so we're just going to fall back under tower. No point in fighting into him. We're going to go ahead and back because we have enough money for Stone of Gaia. Stone of Gaia is going to provide us 400 health, 25 HP 5, 15 MP 5. It has a passive that if you are hit by a knockup, a knockback, a pull, a grab, you're going to gain 15% of your maximum health over the next 5 seconds. This does not trigger on vortexes, and this can only occur once every 45 seconds. It also has a second passive where we're going to restore 0.5% of our maximum health every second. So the health regen on this item is pretty crazy. 20 HP 5. HP 5 is the amount of health you recover every 5 seconds. So we're really gaining 5 health a second plus 5% of our maximum health. When Vamana knocks us up like that, it's going to activate our Stone of Gaia. Vamana went into Mannequin Scepter, which is probably the best matchup going into a Bluestone Pendant. It's going to reduce the damage you take. We use our ultimate after a blink. Get some good damage, hit him with the 1, spin around, and we're able to get the pick onto the Vamana. We're going to go ahead and work on the Scorpion. And then we're just going to stand here and get the heal.
I need the jungle buff.
Arachne dropped our blue buff. We kind of did something weird. We probably should have gotten the last 3 hits on that Scorpion before rotating to our blue buff. Because we didn't get any gold or XP from it, we just got the health heal. Raditasker's here, we will gladly fight into him. He uses his ultimate, and he's able to get away. We're going to go ahead and finish off the Scorpion.
Enemy missing middle. Attack fire giant.
So we tell Arachne, let's go get this greater Scorpion at Fire Giant. Vamana's here. Dash through him, remove some protections, knock him up. Get some more damage onto him. Kind of work on this last minion as well. You want to constantly be applying the Bluestone Pendant stacks. He's in his ultimate form, so there's no point in fighting into him. We're just going to fall back. We do have our ultimate fully charged. We don't want to miss this wave, so we're not going to back quite yet. Vamana's kind of rotating out. King Arthur's basic attack causes him to lunge forward, and then there's this slow animation where he like kind of gathers his composure, we could say, and he's just slow. But whenever you're leaving Fountain, what you can do is you can basic attack, use an ability, and before the slow animation kicks in, you can use another ability. What we're doing right now will allow us to get to lane a little bit quicker. We're essentially using 3 dashes and 3 lunges.
Your right tower has been destroyed. That is truly unfortunate.
We unfortunately lose tower. We do have a level on this Vamana. Right now we're focused on just getting some damage onto him. We probably should be saving our orange 1 for the Vamana dash. He's able to secure our blue buff. That will hurt us quite a bit. We get the cripple. We go ahead and use our ultimate. He uses his ultimate. Kind of fighting into him, but he's going to win that trade. Arachne is on Vamana. His ultimate is down, so he's very pickable right here. We're going to use our ultimate. And Arachne is able to get the pick. Once again, I just want to stress that it's really important to use your basic attack in between your abilities.
Attack by a giant.
Totem of Ku is a very low priority compared to this Greatest Scorpion. This Greatest Scorpion is going to enhance our speed buff and enhance our blue buff. It's going to give the blue buff an additional 10% cooldown reduction, which is going to bring it up to 20%. And then it's going to provide speed with 10% crowd control reduction, which is going to bring that up to 20%. The speed buff provides speed and 10% crowd control reduction. The enhance provides 20% crowd control reduction. We're going to go ahead and back because we have enough money for the Gladiator Shield. Gladiator Shield is going to provide us 25 physical power, 40 physical protections, 200 health, and 10% cooldown reduction. It has a passive that whenever you damage an enemy god below 60% health with an ability, you're going to deal an additional 15 plus 25% of your protections from items and abilities. This can only trigger once per ability. Once again, King Arthur has 7 damaging abilities, so if we can damage somebody below 60% health, we can really start dealing some damage to them. Right now we don't have the most protections in the world, but we're slowly getting there. The additional 10% cooldown reduction is going to be very helpful. That combined with our enhanced blue buff is going to bring us up to 30% cooldown reduction. I'm going to go ahead and work on our enhanced blue. Vamana did rotate mid, and it looks like he was able to get at least one pick there.
I'm on their radar.
Taking a look at the enemy team composition, they do have a Vamana, which has pretty large shields in his ultimate, and they also have a Sylvanas, so I feel like we do need some kind of anti-heal going on in our build. We're going to be going into Pestilence for our anti-heal, which is the magical defense anti-heal aura. But if we didn't need to worry about going into anti-heal, I would go into something like Genji's Guard. Vamana's here. We're going to try to get some Bluestone procs onto him. We do have our charged ultimate. We're going to go ahead and use it. And we're able to get the pick onto the Vamana.
Well done. Attack middle lane.
Izanami's here. We will gladly fight her. Going into squishies, we deal a lot of damage. We get the cripple that's going to prevent her dash. We get some good damage off. We're going to change our attention to this Baba Yaga. Ratatasker is in his ultimate form. Hit Baba Yaga with our 1. We're able to get the pick onto her with our ultimate. Sylvanas is here. He's our next target. We're going to use our 3, just continuously trying to get damage. Izanami is also here. We're going to hit them with our orange 1. That's Ratatasker's dash. That's very aggressive by him. We're going to turn our attention to him. We use our blue ultimate, hit him with the 1. We're able to get the pick onto the Ratatasker. Now we're going to turn our attention to the Sylvanas. We are taking tower shots, but we're not that concerned. Knock him up. Keep weaving in basic attacks between abilities. We're going to dash to catch up to him. Use our ultimate, and we should be able to get the pick right here. Nice little soft triple kill. Vamana is in soul lane, so that fight was in our favor.
Out of mana.
We're pretty low, and we're also out of mana, so we're going to go ahead and back and pick up Pestilence.
Your team
Pestilence is going to provide us 80 magical protections and 250 health. It has a passive that enemies within 55 units are going to have their healing reduced by 20%. This does not stack with other auras, so if somebody had Contagion, it would only apply to them once. It would either be Contagion or Pestilence, it would not be both. This item used to have 25% anti-heal, but since they made healing changes, they nerfed that. We're going to try to get some damage onto this Famana, get the knock up. He's able to get the tower, he's very weak, he's going to use his ultimate. He has Mannequin and he has Frostbound. We're going to use our Thorns. We do have our Blink and our ultimate. We blink up. And he's able to blink right as we blink, avoiding our ultimate. Looks like our team's trying to chase him down. I don't know about all of that. We're going to rotate back to the blue buff. Sylvanas rotates in. Looks like they were able to get the pick onto the Arachne. After going into Pestilence, we're going to start working on Hide of the Urchin. Hide of the Urchin is going to allow us to start stacking some protections. 3 people in mid, we're going to rotate in. Can't wait to mess these fools up. I think Izanami is the only one we really need to worry about in terms of damage. Although we turn our attention to the Ratatasker. These are 2, and we're able to get the pick onto him. Change our attention to the Baba Yaga. That's her beads. We're going to go ahead and clean her up with our 1. Nice little double kill. And Gold Fury should be open. That Izanami was able to dash away, but we should be able to get gold for it. We're going to go ahead and back by our next... Oh, looks like there's a bit of a grouping of enemies in the middle, so we're going to head that way. Pretty low on mana. We're about half. We will gladly take this fight, though. We take a look, and we are just short of being able to get enough money for Hide of the Urchin. So we're going to go ahead and back, start working on some items. We're going to go ahead and hit a camp, and then back. Bit of a team fight going on. We're going to go straight for this Izanami. Get some great damage onto her. We get the pick onto 1. We're going to chase this Ratatasker. Dash through. We just hit level 20. Neith is able to get the pick onto the Sylvanas. We're going to chase down this Baba Yaga. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. And we're able to get the pick onto the Baba Yaga. Ratatasker is still back there. We do have our blink. We're going to blink in. Stomp. And we're able to get a double kill. And the enemy team surrenders. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. These stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.